Hi, I'm Stephanie, and I've been a VIPKid teacher for about 4 years, and I wanted to share with you kind of what's going on with the hiring for 2020. So right now, the students would normally be going back to school after having about a month off for Chinese New Year, but because of the coronavirus, most of the students are not going back to school, and if they are going back to school, it's online school. A lot of the students are also kind of homebound too. The new teachers that I've been talking to, and by the way, I do help new teachers as they just get started. I'm one of the people that kind of helps them along the way and stuff like that. So I talk to a lot of new teachers, and they've been getting booked within their first week, and some of them got booked within 2 days of opening up their schedule. Right now is also an interesting time. I normally work every morning because I live in Mountain Time Zone, and so it works out for me to work in the mornings while they are, it's like after school dinner time kind of hours. But right now, because the students are home all day long, I've been working what would be my evenings. So I work from 10 p.m. to midnight. And so it's really a fun thing that I get to try different hours out. And if you are a new teacher, it would be easier for you to catch some students during other off hours that normally are not very good with bookings. Like I said, evenings, normally the students are in school. During that time, it's like lunchtime for them, but right now I'm getting pretty good bookings. The hiring process really is as simple as it ever has been. I'll just run down what that entails real quick in case you haven't already seen it. And I do have a website that also kind of details this. It is in the description below, but when you apply, just make sure that you put down that you have some teaching experience, and I believe that it only has to be up to 1 year, and so it could be homeschool, daycare, it could be in a public school, it could be Sunday school, it could be anything where you are teaching children, basically. And you also need a bachelor's degree. That's another thing that you do need. As long as you have those things, you should be able to pass that step, and then you get immediately invited to the interview stage. The interview is not what you think of a normal interview would be. It's actually really short and quick, and there's no like interview. It's just the demo lesson that you have to do. So I would recommend doing the one where it's just a smart demo. That means you need to go on your cell phone, the VIPKid Teach app, and do it all from there. If you don't go through your cell phone, then you won't have access to the mobile demo video, but it's like 2.5 minutes long, and it's just this really short lesson. You just hold up your cell phone and do like a lesson with your cell phone. It's kind of really simple, and they walk you through how to do that too. If you don't do that, then you'll just do where you can either record yourself or go to a live 5-minute demo lesson. I have a link to my video I made about that one. And then if you pass that step, then you'll go on to the mock class stage. The mock class stage is one where people tend to just like stop right there. They don't even try to go to the mock class. They just kind of like give up. I'm in here to tell you though that it's not as scary as it might look. I'm actually a mock mentor, so I'm not speaking from like an official VIPKid standpoint here. I'm just going to say that it's really not a hard step. The reason why I say that is because yes, there is a mock mentor who's going to be watching your lesson, and they do score you and give you verbal feedback immediately afterwards. And that can be very intimidating, I can see that. But the thing is, it's really just a practice for you. Think of it like that. It's not like an evaluation of how good of a fit you are with VIPKid, because the reason why I say that is because if you're not passing it the first time, that doesn't mean that you're not a good fit for VIPKid. It just means that you haven't realized what exactly they are looking for in the way that you teach it. And I've had people come in that come from an actual public school background, and they don't pass the first time because they didn't realize what VIPKid was looking for. And then after they got that feedback from that mentor, they went back a second time, they passed it, they're good. So usually if you go to the mock class, don't be sad if you don't pass the first time. Think of it like it's kind of like a training, or almost like just like a training or a practice. If you don't pass, it's not a big deal. Just keep trying. Just keep rescheduling another one. You could even reschedule another one the same day. I've had people do that before. And you just keep doing it until you pass, basically. If you feel like you're still not understanding and you still feel like that it's just not at all something that you want to do, you'll know. But most people I found will surprise themselves with how much they do enjoy the job. And it's not fun talking to an adult in a mock class. Um, but when you get the actual students, though, they are so sweet and so fun. Really, they are. And you actually end up walking away from the class smiling and like, wow, that was really exciting. It's almost addicting because you realize that you're having fun while you are at work, and you're like, was that work? Was I just getting paid for that? Okay. So it's really kind of something to look forward to, is that if you want to work from home and you just want like a really relaxed job where you don't have a boss breathing down your neck and you don't have somebody telling you you have to be at work these days, and if you want days off you have to like request 2 weeks in advance and then hopefully you get the day off. If you don't want that kind of a job, then VIPKid is perfect because it's very flexible, and you are kind of your own boss in that sense. You're self-employed. So, if you want to take off 3 months, you can, and it's not a big deal. And so the pay is interesting. They've changed the pay scale ever since January. And right now, the pay rate for new teachers is going to be about $17 per hour, but you can make more the longer that you work and the more classes per month you work. So that's the pay scale they give you is going to be a little bit confusing. It's like a chart format. So in order to make it a little bit more easier to understand how the pay works, I made an Excel document and I put it in the description below. And you can just plug in what base rate they gave you, plug in how many classes you taught total with VIPKid, and plug in how many classes you taught this month, and then it will calculate the actual pay rate for that month, and that will change depending on each month, I guess, because it depends on how many classes you've taught. If you go to my website, you can also just kind of go and browse through the whole hiring process. I've made some videos and uploaded them into that website as well. But yeah, if you have any other questions, I'm always available through email. Don't feel like you're bothering me if you do email me. I am actually happy if somebody wants to email me and talk about VIPKid. And if you haven't yet applied, you could always use my referral link. All right, I'll see you guys later. Have a great day. Bye.